What if Mosasaurus were still alive? In the darkness of the deep ocean, the world feels silent, timeless. Pressure crushes everything that dares to sink too far. But something moves down there. Fish scatter in panic. A wave of turbulence rolls through the abyss. And then, a shape emerges. Enormous, cold, alive. Its scales shimmer faintly in the faint blue glow. Its eyes round, intelligent, almost ancient. Rows of sharp teeth glint like silver knives. With a single flick of its massive tail, the water explodes into motion. Mosasaurus, the ancient ruler of the seas, has awakened. 65 million years ago, this beast was one of the most powerful predators on the planet. Over 20 meters long, weighing more than 30 tons, it had the body of a serpent and the lungs of a reptile. It wasn't a fish, it was a marine lizard, a cousin of modern monitor lizards and snakes. But unlike any of its relatives, it could glide through water faster than most sharks. Its jaw could crush bones with the force of a T-Rex, and its double-layered teeth made sure nothing escaped once bitten. In its time, Mosasaurus hunted everything. Turtles, giant squid, even other Mosasaurus. It was the ultimate sea weapon, a predator designed by evolution itself. So, what if it never truly went extinct? When the asteroid struck Earth, day turned to night, and the temperature of the oceans plummeted. But deep below, where sunlight never reached, the water stayed stable, dark, cold, and silent. If even a few Mosasaurus survived the chaos, they might have retreated into these deep-sea refuges. Over millions of years, they could have evolved, and slowly, perfectly none, to adapt to the crushing pressure and the scarcity of food. Their metabolism might have slowed down, allowing them to survive months between hunts. Their eyes might have adjusted to near blackness, relying instead on vibration and low-frequency sound. Their skin, once rough, could have become smooth and pressure-resistant, camouflaged in the dark like the abyss itself. And today, while humans explore only a fraction of the deep sea, they could still be there, drifting through trenches we can barely imagine. Places like the Mariana Trench, or the vast Tonga and Puerto Rico trenches, where the ocean floor is deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Down there, entire worlds exist without sunlight. Creatures that glow, creatures that never sleep, and maybe something much larger that keeps them in balance. Because if Mosasaurus survived, it wouldn't just exist, it would rule once again. The return of such a predator would reshape ocean life as we know it. Sharks, once apex hunters, would become prey. Whales, dolphins, seals, none of them fast or large enough to escape its strike. A single Mosasaurus could consume hundreds of kilograms of meat in one feeding. Populations of large fish would plummet, and food chains would collapse in regions it dominated. Even coral reefs could suffer indirectly. With top predators gone, mid-level hunters would explode in number, devouring the smaller species that keep reefs clean and alive. The entire ocean's rhythm would change, returning to an older, more brutal order. And humans? We wouldn't be safe either. Our shipping routes, our oil rigs, our undersea cables and research stations, all would fall within the hunting range of a modern Mosasaurus. It hunts by sound, drawn to low frequencies, the same kind emitted by engines and submarines. Every ship could be mistaken for prey. Imagine a vessel moving across the dark waters at night. Suddenly the radar spikes. The sea grows restless. Then, silence. No distress call, no debris, just an empty ocean where a crew once was. Governments would panic. Nations would draw invisible lines across the map. Deep sea exclusion zones. Robotic patrols would scan for unusual sonar signatures. New defense systems would be designed to mask engine noise. Some would demand the creature's destruction. Others would insist it must be protected, as a living miracle from another age. And humanity would once again be divided between fear and fascination. To survive alongside Mosasaurus, we would need to adapt. Cargo ships would take longer routes, avoiding deep water. tourism and ocean mining would shrink. Underwater vehicles would evolve to use magnetic or silent propulsion systems. Scientists would race to study it, its muscle structure, its lungs, its unique skin that endures crushing pressure. Its DNA could even hold secrets for medicine, energy, or future deep-sea technology. But while we dream of using its biology, we would also have to accept this truth. The ocean would no longer belong to us. Nature would rebalance itself. Sharks would migrate to shallower waters. Whales might alter their routes. Smaller fish would cluster near reefs. The presence of Mosasaurus would turn the deep sea into a kingdom of silence and fear once again. A reminder that Earth was never ours to control, only to coexist with. The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, and yet we've explored less than 5%. Every time we drop a camera into the abyss, we see only fragments of a hidden world. Maybe, somewhere in that endless dark, a pair of glowing eyes still watches. Maybe a ripple in the deep isn't just current, but something alive, ancient and waiting. We call it a legend, but legends often begin with something real. Maybe Mosasaurus never truly died. Maybe it's simply waiting to rise again. In the darkness of the deep ocean, silence can hide something enormous. For millions of years, life below has evolved without us, building its own order, untouched by human hands. And if Mosasaurus remained, it would be the apex of that unseen empire. A hunter shaped by time, pressure, and silence. A creature that remembers when humans did not exist. For it, the surface is noise, chaos, intrusion. But in the deep, everything obeys its rule. If we ever meet it again, it won't be in our world, it will be in theirs. Down where light cannot reach, and time moves slower than breath. Down where legends are not stories, why they are facts we've forgotten. So the next time we scan the ocean floor and hear an echo that doesn't belong, remember the deep never sleeps, and neither do the monsters that call it home. Humanity may rule the land, but the ocean still remembers its kings. And one of them might still be out there, waiting, hidden beneath miles of water in the silence of a forgotten age. The ocean doesn't need to roar to remind us of its power. Sometimes it only needs to whisper. And that whisper may carry the sound of something ancient, moving once again.